That shit slaps, kid.
Hey. You fucking with it?
I fucks with it hard. The long fucking way.
Thank
You already know.
I took my time with it, you know. So I had bought the beat or whatever. I went to the stew. I go to the crib. I pull it up. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Everything's great. I ended up going to see my homie. Shout out to Cash White. He put the finalizing touches on it, and yeah, I'm really excited about
The
that,
baby
you know?
is we just birthing like the baby. Like
yeah, I'm blossoming.
I love it. Like
I try to tell him, I'm like, you just gotta give me some time. It comes, the layers, it just peels back. You,
like a rose.
You gotta treat this, you know, like a friendship, a relationship, a partnership. You don't just pull out all stops on the first date, right?
Sure don't.
You put your best foot forward, of course, but you give a little bit of time.
Just a little bit at a time.
Feel the same?
A little goes a long way.
But before I just, we just keep going and going, right? What up? What's going on, y'all? I am your host, Love Jack, and you are now tuned into the PDP podcast. This is episode 4. My bad, you quacked up.
Chicken ass in the lot though.
But yeah, as promised, this is my first visual. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you guys to my very first guest, Bridget. You want to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
So I'm Bridget. Be Bree, sassy, saucy. That's me. I always add my sauce on everything. I'm about to add my sauce on this.
Okay.
I mean, it's already like sauced up, but I'm about to
Get too
finesse a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, without further ado, actually, we're gonna hop into today's topic. We're gonna be talking about growing up as first generations in America. I am a first generation American by way of Liberia, and Bridget is a first generation American by way of Ghana. Right? So, how would you say it was like growing up as a first generation American?
Yo, between my grandmother, like I'd be like embarrassed to be outside of my grandmother like on a porch like yelling and talking to me in my language, because then like all the kids on the street started making fun of me. Oh, you African booty scratcher. I hate that term. Like
That's how I learned to fight. Oh, African booty. Say it again and you gotta run me my face.
I believe
right?
you. I believe you. You said say it again.
It was just coming from a different place. Like, you know, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No, you're good.
I know how it was for me growing up as a first generation American. You know what I'm saying? My aunt and my uncle, they raised me, right? So my uncle being Liberian and my aunt being American. So, you know, I grew up.
You got like a mixture of both.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Up until I was 10, that's where the dynamics changed. But I know, like, just growing up, it was always like with Africans, they always made me feel, and I don't know if they meant to do it or if that's just how they came down, but they always made me feel like, yo, you're too Americanized. They would always tell you that, oh, back home, if you are in, you think I'll waste my time to call America and show you this? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of
I love that. I love when you do that.
Like, so you just get used to it. Like everything, America can sport children. America can sport children. You think I brought you to America for this? Like, first of all, you didn't bring me here, bro. I was born here.
Right. Listen.
So I was because I was your and I hope my mom and my dad don't get mad and see this, but I was your green card baby. Okay?
Fair to say.
You had me to secure that spot. So that's why you came to America. You can't push that on me. And so it was like Africans made sure to remind me, you know what I'm saying, that I was too Americanized to be African. But then it was like growing up in the hood, like they also made me feel like I was too African for the hood.
For the hood.
That was just something that I really experienced. And I don't want to say it was an identity crisis, but for me, it took a very long time to like really truly and like not accepting, but really truly understand like, yo, I'm both of these things.
Right.
I'm still very Liberian, but in the same breath, I'm also very American. Like you ask me, I'm really the true definition of an African American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So for me, I feel like that came maybe in my late teens, like early 20s, like the whole identity crisis, like you just mentioned, like that was me. Like
Definitely.
Between not wanting to be dark skinned, not wanting to be African, like I literally was going through identity crisis before I even knew what the hell an identity crisis was. The biggest thing for me was when, oh, you speak African, you speak that,
Oh, bro, I'm glad you said it. I'm so glad
What the
you
fuck
said
is
it.
that?
Like, first of all, that is one country that is very underdeveloped and a tribe that is uncivilized. You feel me? Like, sometimes y'all watch the Geographic Channel like too hard.
Way
too
too
hard. When I hear people say that shit to me, I just kind of pause and take a step back like, yeah, like my bad, bro. It's a little cold outside. So I decided to actually put on clothes instead of my traditional weaves that I wear to cover up my privates. Feel me? The spear that I use to catch gazelle.
That's the other shit.
And deer. It wasn't adjustable.
Cash and deer.
I couldn't fit it into my Honda. Sorry.
Like, I couldn't fit it into
you
my
know what I'm
Honda.
saying? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, they're not gonna
Y'all
tell
be
you.
hunting lions and shit?
Like, y'all walk around barefoot, like all this dumb shit. Like, because like I said, with me feeling like I'm really an African American, I teeter on that line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of our parents, they have these stereotypes of Black Americans. Oh, they're lazy, they're dirty.
Hold on, before you keep going, we're gonna clarify what they would consider a Black American.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I'm gonna tell you, before I was like in my adulthood, I never heard that word. Liberians don't use that. Liberians don't use it.
Oh my god, I heard that word growing
Okay,
up.
so
all
the
way.
word that we're talking about is
Akata.
it is
Akata.
okay.
Akata.
All
Akata.
right.
Like,
And this is what I'm saying with the Liberian English. Like, we don't say akata, right?
how
We
do
just
they
say
say
grona. Like,
Grona?
Yeah, like so it's just
Wow.
like if you're like fresh and you're a harass, like you're a grona get or you're a grona Peking. Like
Peking, yeah,
you know
I know you
what I'm
guys
saying?
use Peking a lot.
Peking is like a small boy, a small person,
Like a
and-
child, essentially.
I mean, it could be a child, but in hood terms, it's like little nigga. Yeah, if I refer to Peking, yeah, little nigga. Like that's what it is. Like simmer down. So you know what I'm saying?
Peking.
Yeah, that's what we do. Look at the grown up Peking. Just up and down, whole day. You can't find sex. You don't know your head from your tit. Like
I love y'all's dialect, dog. Like, I kid you
Yo,
not.
it's-
I'm not even going, like, it gives me like a Trini, like,
you know, it's
Bayesian, like,
very
y'all be singing, like, y'all be, like, y'all just, I don't know, like.
it's very funny. And we're gonna get into that. But so my dad, right? He's like mad African. Like obviously he came to this country when he was an adult, right?
Mhm.
And so you know, for real, kids at 6 or 7, you know, we like to act a fucking fool.
Yeah.
Running up and down the house, just acting a fool, right?
Running amok.
And so my dad, like, he used to get mad and he used to say this shit. He'd be like, "Hey, you better find somewhere and sit down. When I punch you in the neck, you will see."
Bro, the neck though.
Yo, you have to know because you really gotta think about it, bro. Like when you sit down and analyze that, like
You want me to sit down?
Yeah, because if you punch me in my neck,
I'm gonna see. What am I gonna see?
Listen, so you gotta analyze it, right? Think about it. If somebody punch you in the neck, instinctively you grab your throat. Your eyes is closed. You're not gonna see nothing, bro. What are you talking about? What is it that I'm gonna see? I'm 31 to this day. I ain't never.
You didn't see?
I didn't see.
You ain't
I didn't see. I didn't want to see.
Alright, you just made me think about something.
I didn't want to see.
I don't want to see. What did they say?
I don't wanna see.
You was crying for whatever reason. You want to cry? I'll give you something to cry about. I'm already crying about something. What am I?
Yeah.
I'm crying about something.
Yeah. And it's just like when you think about it, right? It's like just to hear how their parents would interact with me versus
How your parents
my parents would interact with me, right?
But
But
they-
they never
they
let
can
them come over. Never let them come over. Never let them come over, right?
You love going to people's houses.
Right.
Why?
So African parents, right? Like you could be in your room, bro. Right? They be on the phone. First of all, like, why are you gonna? You always say some shit like, oh, you don't want me talking about what goes on in the house.
But you on the phone
You
and
on the phone trying to check
everybody.
me. On the phone trying to check me. Yeah, you hear your mom just walking down the hallway. Yeah, Beatrice. I just up. How come you no cook? You see that other one in that room? Her big rusted self. Saturday morning. To even open her wide eyeball and go downstairs and boil egg for the small children. Just so Quaker oat, she will be feeding them. Mind you, Quaker oat is cereal.
That's cereal. Quaker oats could be fucking
Frosted Flakes.
It could be grits.
It can be. It can actually be what? It can be cinnamon toast crunch.
It could be oatmeal.
It doesn't matter if it comes in that. If it has that in it, it's Quaker oats, right?
Oats. It don't matter.
You feel me?
Wait, so for me it was cream of wheat. Everything was cream of wheat.
Yeah, don't let them catch you. Like, don't skip out on your chores and be watching TV. Oh my gosh, that's the worst. That's the worst. They come and step right in front of the TV. Hey, TV master. And this is what, like, yeah, because they're bugging. I want to let people know, if you think that I have tough skin and a lot of shit don't faze me, because my parents, when African parents violate you, it's different.
Violate you.
It's different. It is different. It's really different. You can't do that because they're coming behind you.
Still talking shit.
Yeah. Hey, you, TV master.
You don't hear me talking to you?
You bathe today?
Yo.
You brush your teeth?
Yo.
But that TV you come and sit down and watch love and hip-hop. You better hip and hop yourself right in front of that TV. Right now, pick on something. Pick on something off that TV. Like, damn, like,
Bro.
all of that?
Like, all you had to say was just turn the TV off.
You feel me? Like, that
Yo.
shit was crazy.
And not for nothing, I'm just thinking about it. Like, I never was spoken to in, like, inside voice. How I'm talking to you right now.
What is the inside voice?
There's no inside voice in African. There's no. Listen, my mom's sitting on the phone. She be da-da-da-da.
But not for nothing, that's not even an African thing. That is a foreigner
thing.
I don't know why they think the louder you are on the phone, the better they can hear you.
First, they be on speaker and they be like, yeah, so. Sis, I can't hear you. Because you don't have the phone by your ear, first of all. What?
Yo, I'm just sitting here having flashbacks. Like, I'm getting like, it's crazy. Teenage years, you wanted to, every African always hit you with the same thing. What is the plan for your life? Yes. So walk about. That's outside. You know what I'm saying? Black folks, how niggas say ripping and running. Walk about. That's what it is.
Walk about?
Yeah. So walk about you doing. Up and down. You see your friend at the graduating. Hey,
how to make
high
you
class.
feel like shit.
So F you bring it in their house. And then, I don't know what it is, the African parents, I'm speaking about my parents anyways, like, them niggas, according to them, they was on the dean's list. Like, they
didn't fuck up at all.
They didn't.
Nope.
See, when I stepped in that class, and I raised my hand to answer that question when the teacher asked me something, they said, dog, they get smile what you know book. My nigga, you so smart, but you the same person. You can't even turn on the modem for the computer, bro.
Hey, come and fix this for me. Come on, do this for me.
Love it. Where that thing?
What?
There's something. Too blue or something.
Hey,
my Bluetooth.
When I said it, you know what I meant.
So you know Bluetooth, but you don't know book. Pass yourself right in front of me, man. Like,
yo, when I was young,
crazy.
It was. You said
crazy.
the funny thing, one of the wildest things you got was I'm pretty sure people use it now, but like the way you sing the lyrics to those songs. I hope you know your multiplication.
Oh yeah.
My uncle was avid for that.
You know what I'm saying?
I will say that school was, like most important thing of all. Which I mean I can understand because you come from another country where you don't have that opportunity. So you're gonna take advantage of it here. The school was like the biggest thing. Like you gotta go to school, you gotta get good grades, Man, I was just getting a bare minimum, bro. Like I'm just
Listen, according to my father, he thought I was gonna be a lawyer.
Where?
Sorry, Daddy.
Was that what you wanted me?
That's some bad news for you.
That's what you wanted for me?
Like, I still turned out pretty well, but it was just like, that was something that they definitely did force on us. And it's like, as a parent now, I understand you can't force your dreams on your children. Kids.
No.
I guess if I had to come up with a moral to the story, it is, there's a phrase. I'm trying to think. The only difference between Africans and West Indians and African Americans is where the slave ship stopped. We all the same. We all the same. And the quicker that we learn that and understand and embrace each other's cultures and choose to come together as a people, we definitely gonna be more lit.
The quicker we'll have some
definitely be more lit because honestly right now that's what we need. That's what we need. Like every black man, every black woman, that's your brother, that's your sister.
Yeah.
Like, look, we gotta look out for one another.
Stop dragging each other down.
And choose to take the time to educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Educate yourself. What they say, if you wanna hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Educate yourself.
Get a book
Feel
and
me?
read.
All this, nah, for real, like all this social media bullshit and all these memes and all these apps and things like that, that's cool, but take some time to really educate yourself, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, for those of y'all that are out there and you can't really trace back your roots, it's definitely worth it to look into that ancestry DNA that's specifically designed for Africa.
Yeah.
You want to know where you come from. Trust me when I tell you, it definitely gives you a different sense of pride.
Yeah, without a doubt.
When you tune into this right here, like I said before, and I'll say it again, you might not agree with everything that I said, but you're definitely going to see things from a different perspective. I know, like, there's a lot of people out there, you know what I'm saying, who probably tuned in and is going to watch this and listen to this and be like, yo, damn, I didn't know she was African. I got some bad news for you. You ain't really know me if you ain't know that. Because I don't hide it. It's not a secret. But it's never on some shit like, I'm like, hey, my name is Love Jack. I'm 5'5" and a half. I'm a Cancer and I'm Liberian. Like, it doesn't come down like that. It never comes down like that. It would never come down like that. It's just kind of one of those things, like, we talk about it, like, you know what I'm saying, if that's what comes up. And I also gauge your level of maturity and your level of intellect, because people sometimes, you know what I'm saying, is adults and still mad ignorant, you know? And I don't, rather than me having to get physical, wind down and 209 somebody, I just keep it cool. You've been here chopping it up for a minute, man, you know?
We have.
Hopefully, y'all tune in and y'all a little bit more open to, you know what I'm saying, integrating yourselves, not only with Africans, but your fellow Black brothers and sisters. Like I said, we all one and the same. We all one and the same. Real quick, before I get up out of here, Twitter, Instagram, P_DAT_P. If you like this episode, share it with a friend. If you didn't like this episode,
Share it with a friend.
And share it with a friend. Because we creating that healthy dialogue. Like, subscribe, share.
Share my shit. That's what you said.
Shit, yeah, I don't want to. I didn't want to come down like that. I was going to snap.
All right, I'm going to say it then. Share that shit. Share her shit, okay?
All right. A big shout out to you, you know what I'm saying, for tuning in. Thanks for coming to rock out with the PDP podcast. And remember, on this here platform, you will always be encouraged to
pop that personality. Hold on, let me play this song real quick because that shit fucking slaps.
What up, what up? What's going on? You are now tuned into the PDP podcast. What up, what up? What's going on? You are now tuned into the PDP podcast. What up, what up? What's going on? You are now tuned into the PDP podcast. What up, what up? What's going on? You are now tuned into the PDP podcast.